Hello guys, this is Ruben Raj and welcome back to Laravel tutorials. In my previous video I have talked about simple routes using web PHP file, and also I have shown a demo with controller routes. And in this video I am going to show how to handle parameters, how you can pass parameters to the routes, and how we can handle those parameters, how we can use those parameters to show it on the UI. And for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify a little bit on the controller which I have written in my previous video. In my previous video I have created a controller file called hello controller, and I have a function to show the HTML view, and in the HTML view I have a hello world. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass some parameters. It could be a number, or it could be a string, or it could be any value you want to pass from the URL to the server. What you could do is you can, let's consider here I'm going to pass 1 and I'm going to hit enter. Here it says the page you are looking for could not be found because we have we have defined route only for the URL /hello Laravel, but we didn't define route for the parameters. So for that we need to define similar signature in the routes file. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add extra slash, and I'm going to give this as an ID or something. Let's say this one is going to be your our ID, and we need to handle that. So for that, what we are doing is we are just adding a signature like this. So what this route function will do is it will get the number or value, whatever value you pass here, and it will assign it to this variable called ID. So how we can get this value in our controller file? I'll just save this file and I'll go to hello controller, and here in the function there was a no parameter. Now I'm going to create a parameter called ID. So you could recognize by this signature what we are doing. So we are passing the value to the route, and in the route we define the signature, and what this will do is it will pass this value to this say hello function, and we can get the value here. And I'll just print this value as a plain text in the UI. So I'm just going to return the received ID to the display. So I saved the file, and now I'm going to refresh the page. Now you can see here whatever number or whatever value you pass here, you are just printing here. We are just returning the value, and I'm going to give 2, so it's going to print 2, and I'm going to write wow. It says wow. So here what we are doing is we are just printing the value blindly, but I want to pass this value to our HTML file, and I want to format something, some styles, and I want to print I want to show it as a HTML file. So now I'm going to comment this, and as like before in my previous video I have shown how to use views to show the HTML file. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pass this value as an array to this file, to this HTML file, like this. So ID, I can give any name here, but I'm going to keep the same name, and I have created an array, and I created a key and the value kind of signature. So whatever value I got here, I'm going to assign that value to this name ID, and I'm going to pass this parameter to this file, the hello Laravel HTML file, and it's just here. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to print the ID, the value of ID. Whatever value you pass to the HTML file, if you want to use that value, you should use this double curly brackets. So you just open a double curly brackets, and you can just say I want to print the ID. So you define the name as ID, so you should use the same name here so that we can print the value in the HTML file. So here I'm going to actually I have saved the file, and I'm going to refresh the page, and here you can see it's just printing the HTML file. It's yeah, and it's appending the value, whatever value you give here, and it's appending the value to the existing value in HTML, and it's just printing as it is. And I'm going to change, it's like it's working, and it says hello Laravel working. So this is how you can pass a parameter to your routes, and you can just pass the value from routes to controller, and you can pass the value from controller to your HTML file, and you can do many things. And it's so cool to handle these parameters. And if you want to add more parameters, like you can say I want to pass the second parameter as my name. Let's say I'm going to pass one more parameter, and what you need to do is just add one more slash and open curly brackets, and you can just define this variable name as name, and go here, create a second parameter called name, and just pass the value as name, and again assign the parameter here. So here what you're doing is you are just passing those two parameters to the HTML file, and here here I'm going to create one more paragraph. I'll just break this up, and sorry guys, here I'm going to print the name is, open double curly brackets, and just print the name. So here I save the file, and I'm going to refresh the page. It says okay, I should give a name here. So here you can see hello Laravel, it's working, and the name is Ruben. So you can give any name here, David. It shows David here. So like this you can just pass parameters to your routes and controllers and HTML file. And this is all for this video, and in my next video I'll show how to bind models with routes. It's nothing but you can give the ID of your let's say ID of your data from the database. It will the Laravel controller will automatically find the value from the database, and it will print. I'll show you that in my next tutorial. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and you can do subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching this video guys. Bye bye.